because they would love to help you out here. And maybe you don't want to ask for it, but because you're thinking, this is you thinking, they're gonna think that I'm not independent enough, or I'm thinking if I ask for help that somehow, I'm looking for sympathy, or I'm looking for, stop doing it. Spirit's saying you gotta stop doing that. Like, I don't want to appear like I'm needy, or I don't want to appear like I'm looking for sympathy, or I'm looking for empathy. When someone is, like, clearly not thinking that. They're not thinking that at all. So you could be thinking, I'll do it myself. I can only rely on myself, because I'm afraid that people are going to think that I'm looking for sympathy, or that I'm looking that's your own thinking, because they're not thinking that. Not at all. Nope. They're not thinking that. They'd rush in a flash. You needed them, they'd be there in a flash.
Tax season stressing you out? Download Clio and you could request up to $250 depending on your eligibility.
Oh, your thinking is wrong here on this one, Capricorn. You're like, I'm independent, I can do it for myself, I can do this myself, that myself, the other thing myself. I don't want to appear like I'm looking for sympathy or empathy from anyone, so I'm not going to accept any help when you darn well need help. Maybe you are recuperating from something, okay? And just let people help you. It's one thing being independent, but if you need help, accept the help. And I know you are thinking, well, I don't want people to think this of me, or I don't want to appear like I'm vulnerable, or that I can't do it for myself, or I got this, I can do it myself. You're going to have to let people help you, because your thinking is wrong on this, because people will be more than willing to help. And it's actually a blessing in disguise. Like, it's a true blessing. If someone is offering their kindness to you, accept their kindness. You're like, I don't want to be a burden to anybody, or I don't want people thinking this, or I don't want people to think that. You are jumping to conclusions about that, because they're not thinking that at all. They aren't thinking that. You know what I mean? They're not thinking that at all. So if they are offering their assistance to help you, let them help. And you got to get over that fear of thinking, well, I don't want to look vulnerable, I don't want to appear a certain way that I need help, I don't want to, it's an illusion. Because they are not thinking that at all. just want you to know that. They want you to know that. Whoever these people are, and it could be more than one. Oh, they're going to be thinking this, or they're thinking I'm just, I don't want to be a burden to anybody. I don't want to cause no trouble. I don't want to appear that I want to come across like I'm independent. Even the most independent people need help sometimes. Just saying. So get that out of your mind. That's what Spirit's saying. Get that out of your mind. You're not a problem. You're not a burden. You're not... Okay, don't be thinking that, because they're not thinking that. Whoever these people are definitely not in that mindset. They would love to help. And if they can't, they're not gonna. But if they offer, accept it. Yeah, I actually could use a helping hand here. Yeah, I actually need that help right now. It seems like you're recovering from something. Maybe you were sick, maybe you were ill, maybe you had an injury, maybe you had a traumatic experience. They got good intentions here. Okay? They have good intentions. They're not doing it because they feel sorry for you. They're not doing it because they think it's the right thing to do. It's because they actually want to. Let them. I'm terrible that way too. Everybody says, "Do you need help? Do you need help? Do you need help?" I'll do what I can myself, but sometimes I need help. And you got to be willing to ask. Let people help you. And sometimes you got to ask for that help. Like, oh my goodness, here. I'm like, last year I had a bunch of trees that I needed to fall on where I'm living. And remember, I had a tree come over the roof of my cabin, like, was that a year ago? I think it was a year ago. Anyway, I needed help. What do you think I'm going to do? Take a huge tree off the roof myself? No, I need help. I don't mind helping, but I needed help. And yeah, I sure did ask for help. I do what I can for myself, but sometimes I need help doing certain things. I am not that independent where I'm going to go out there and challenge something like that. You know what I mean? Not going to happen. I know my limits. Yeah, and then you go injure yourself, and now what good are you? So if somebody is offering to help you, let them help you. But I struggled with that for years. I don't need no help. I'll do it myself. I don't want to look incompetent. I don't want to look, unreliable, or I don't want to appear this way or that way. Well, let me tell you, it's time to lay that down. That's what Spirit's saying. You're not a burden. Okay? And I'm like that too. I don't like bothering people, but if I need to, I'm gonna bother them. Doesn't have to be today, doesn't have to be tomorrow, but eventually I'm gonna need this thing done. Can you help me? And you're gonna find out people are more willing to help than what you thought. That's what it's saying. So if they're offering, take it. And not just offering, you gotta ask. Take care.
Dave, I spent